Hi there, and welcome to this day in history for September 5th. September 5th is the 248th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 249th in leap years, with 117 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is clairvoyance. Clairvoyance is a noun that means the power or faculty, the ability, of discerning objects or matters not present to the physical senses. The power of seeing or knowing about things that are not present to the senses. I think a lot of people think of clairvoyance as some sort of psychic ability, and indeed, clairvoyance might show itself as an accurate psychic prediction or a series of them. But clairvoyance can also show itself in more of an everyday phenomenon of a sense of knowing, as in a thought or an idea. No evidentiary reason to know that, and you don't know how you know it, but you do. Police investigators might call it a hunch. Some people might experience a fairly pervasive sense of this phenomenon a great deal of the time. Some may experience it occasionally, which can be quite useful if they heed the message. And some seem never to experience any sense of clairvoyance. As a person who occasionally experiences flashes of what I'd call strong intuition, I see that some of these flashes of intuition qualify by definition as clairvoyance. Like that time I felt a sudden sense of urgency to pull over and get off the highway moments before a chain reaction crash happened. Was that clairvoyance or a premonition? I don't know. I don't get that sense very often, but I sure had a strong one that time. The word clairvoyance comes to us ultimately from Latin, where it was a couple of words put together into one. Words that meant clear and seeing. Clear seeing. First known use of the word clairvoyance was in 1838. Clairvoyance. Today's word was suggested by one of my viewers, and if you have a word you'd like us to explore in this Word of the Day section, drop it in the comments. We'll take a look at it. And with that, now we mentioned the Great Fire of London a few days ago, didn't we? Fortunately, that fire finally came to an end on September 5th, 1666. An astonishing 10,000 buildings were destroyed, including Old St. Paul's Cathedral, but only 6 people are known to have died in that fire. The Continental Congress was a series of lawmaking bodies convened to look after the business of America's 13 colonies, and the first Continental Congress assembled in Philadelphia on September 5th, 1774. Back before the state of Texas became a state of the United States of America, it was its own outfit, known as the Republic of Texas. Texas was admitted to statehood in 1845, and I'm sure we'll mention that again when it comes around on the guitar, as Arlo Guthrie might say. But today's news is that Sam Houston was elected as the first president of the Republic of Texas on September 5th, 1836. This is the birthday of singer, songwriter, and producer Freddie Mercury, born September 5th, 1946. He was, of course, the lead vocalist for the rock band Queen, for whom he wrote a number of top hits. Sadly, as you probably already know, he passed away a while back at the age of 45. Gone but not forgotten. What a talent. NASA launched the Voyager 1 spacecraft on September 5th, 1977. The Voyager's program mission was to study the outer solar system and beyond. And by golly, it's still out there, still working these 46 years later. I have talked about other things in previous episodes, and I'll grab one and put a link in there for you in case you want to look at that. And in honor of Freddie Mercury's birthday, we're going to talk about one of Queen's songs that he wrote. We talked about A Crazy Little Thing Called Love back in March, and Another One Bites the Dust last October. So today let's talk about We Are the Champions by Queen. Written by Freddie Mercury and released as a single and on their album News of the World in 1977, it's described as one of rock's most recognizable anthems, and I have to agree. Written with audience participation in mind, We Are the Champions has been inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame, and here's a surprise. As widely known and well-loved as this song is, I'm sure you'll be as surprised as I was to learn that while it certainly made it into the top 10, We Are the Champions never hit that number 1 spot. It got to number 2 in the UK, number 4 in the Billboard Hot 100, but I'd say it more than makes up for it in enduring popularity. We Are the Champions by Queen. Link in the description. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoy this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That description lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include a link to my blog page that is called No Really. And you can also find me on Rumble, BitChute, and Odyssey. All those links in that description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Oh, get your microphone. Okay. Phone over there. Hello. Okay. With 202 days remaining to the end of the world. End of the year. Please, not the end of the world. 202 days remaining to the end of the year. Let's read that one again. Maybe I should ask Google how to pronounce that.
How do you go about pronouncing his name? Paulo Coelho.
Coelho.
Paulo Coelho. Pretty straightforward once you know. Paulo Coelho.
Google is so smart. Yep, it is. That's what it's called. All right. Attracting. Just read the whole thing over. You know what? Maybe we can leave that one off. Don't alienate people who can be helpful to you. Flinging happiness all over the place. I don't know. Can I get this edited? Let's find out. Alrighty. Back to work. I think we got it this time.